Why, hi there. I'm Ron Juckett from Retro Sports Network, and we had ourselves a snafu. This, what you're seeing on the screen, was supposed to be the next game of our 1964 Pro Baseball Replay, the Saturday game of the week from May 9th, 1964, obviously, featuring the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Milwaukee Brewers. I taped it Christmas morning, as a matter of fact. My wife shut the door to the studio as I kind of talked to myself for about 35, 40 minutes. Pittsburgh had won 9 straight coming in. They own the National League at this point. I'll show you the standings in a minute. But the record thing never worked. It never recorded. And so I didn't realize it till after the game was over. So I said to myself, do I record the next game? There's a doubleheader on that Sunday. And I said, nope. We're just going to pretend that the video just never transpired. And so instead of what you get for a regular game, this was actually a pretty good game. You're just going to get the recap and an apology. So let's tell you what happened. The Pirates beat the Braves 3-1. They've won 10 straight. They are now 20-2 in the National League. Milwaukee got their first run of the game, and I believe Vernon Law had a no-hitter going until Hank Aaron hit a solo shot I forgot because I'm taping this a couple days later. I believe it was to right field to give the Braves a 1-0 lead. Danny LeMaster was on the mound, as we'll get to that in a minute, in the 5th, and had runners on 2nd and 3rd, and Pittsburgh catcher Jim Pagliaroni scored on a wild pitch to tie the game at 1. And like I said, it was a pretty tense affair. They scored 1 run on 2 hits. In the 6th is when the big bombers came out. First, Roberto Clemente just hit an absolute moonshot past the ivy-covered walls towards the Cathedral of Living, which I couldn't remember the name of it at that particular time. And then Willie Stargell blasted one to right center field to give the Pirates a 3-1 lead. Pretty much an almost back-to-back at-bats. So 2 big solo shots for the Pirates to give them the win. Clemente went 2 for 4 with a home run. Vernon Law was just fantastic. Someone will be upset that we couldn't get this one recorded. But he took a complete game. 1 earned run, 4 hits. He walked 1 and struck out 5. And believe it or not, he's 5-0 on the year. Danny LeMaster, most days would have been a winner. He pitched a good ball game. In fact, the computer says he pitched 7 solid innings. But he took the loss. 3 runs, all earned. 5 hits. He walked 1 and struck out 7. Unfortunately for him, he's 1 for 1 on the year. So, let's show you the standings now, because we're about to take a break from taping these, because this was the 8th game that we've done, so you'll see these about a month. This one about a month after we taped it, I believe. In the National League, the Pirates are 20-2. They have a 5.5 game lead over the Cincinnati Reds, 7 games over the Giants, Milwaukee, and Los Angeles, 8.5 over St. Louis. The Cubs, surprisingly, the Phillies are 7-13, and pretty much hopelessly out of it at this point. Houston and New York bring up the rear. The Mets are 2-20 and 18 games out. I mean, Pittsburgh's not going to win a 90% clip, but they're getting to the point where it would have been notable as we get closer and closer to Memorial Day for them to have blown it. In the American League, the Twins hold a 2-game lead over the Yankees by the virtue of the fact that they've just simply played 4 more games in New York. They're 17-5. The Yankees are 13-5, 2 back. Baltimore and Chicago on the next wave, 6.5 back. Those are better teams than that. The Angels, Athletics, Tigers, and Indians are 7 back. The Red Sox 8 back, and the Washington Senators are 9.5 back. All right, so let me show you what is tentatively scheduled for the next time that we get together to discuss 1964. On the 13th, on the Wednesday, May 13th, we're going to be at Tiger Stadium for the Yankees and the Tigers. Don't know who's pitching. I don't even look. Wow. The Angels committed 7 errors in their 12-3 loss to the White Sox. Oh, my goodness gracious. All right, so the Yankees and Tigers are our next game in the replay that we'll have for you here on YouTube. And then the next Saturday game of the week, we promise we should have it for you, the Pirates and the Dodgers from Los Angeles. So the Yankees and Tigers from Detroit and the Pirates and Dodgers from Los Angeles. And so those are the 2 games next week on the Pro Baseball 64 replay. So until then, until we meet again, if you leave your suggestions, by this point I should get them in whatever, we'll try to get them in. So hit that like and subscribe button. And until then, I'm Ron Juckett. We'll talk to you the next time on the Retro Sports Network.